What's up, divas? What's up, divas? What's up, divos? What's up, you guys? I hope everybody's having a great day when you're watching this video. What's up, everybody? So, first of all, let me just say, I hope you all are blessed. I hope y'all all having like a blessed and great day whenever you're watching this, because sometimes people can have like really bad days and you just don't realize that. So, just letting people know that you're here, you woke up above ground is a blessing, and never allow anyone or anything to steal your joy. Just realize when you wake up above ground, your day's got to be great regardless. But anyway, what's up, you guys? So first of all, this is not a vape. Before I even get started, for anyone wanting to know, this is not a vape. I don't vape. This is it's just wax pen. It's a wax pen, and they're in these really cool, nifty things here, which looks like vapes, but no, this is not a vape. But anyway, I just decided I would just do this versus girl, listen, this just lasts longer, okay? And though I need to take a tolerance break for like a couple of months, I still am trying to not. I don't understand myself at times. Like seriously, some days is good and some days is just not so good. And here it is. I'm the one that just said, regardless of what the day is like, it's still a great day because we woke up. And it's true, but let me tell y'all, I know y'all probably wondering not even where I've been. Oh, I don't like this color. Not even where I've been, but where's Real Talk been? Why I haven't posted Real Talk in like 2 weeks, or et cetera, et cetera. Um, Let me tell y'all. Despite the fact that I come on here, I know a lot of people that always are saying how strong I am, how inspired by my strength they are, et cetera, et cetera. Not knocking anything when I say et cetera, et cetera. But I have heard this so much in the past few years. And I think a lot of it had to do with, me just being so strong after my son passed away. And it's not that I'm strong, and though I would like to be, I just feel like God just doesn't give you more than you can handle. And so there are things when I can handle, and there's some things that I just can't handle. And that'd be like the other side of me, like the devil side. Like everybody has a good side and a bad side to them. It's just how you allow that shit to play out. And when I say a bad side, meaning you doing shit that you got no business doing and you know better. It could be anything, you know what I'm saying, that is negative. And so I just really try to more or less bag off of, or like, you know what I'm saying, I just really try to just stay in the positive zones. And with that being said, some days are just not that great for me. A couple of weeks ago, I was just having like a really bad week, and it just fell out into the next week after. So like, I do get on here and seem like, oh, my life is happy go lucky, or it's just decent, and there's nothing crazy going on in my life. But I'm pretty sure that you guys are very aware of the shit that I've had to go through over the past few years ago. You know what I'm saying? So like, now I feel like my life is back to normal, but then there's a part of me that is just really not back to normal. And what I'm saying, I had to like kind of like step back from recording anything or posting, like just basically recording and editing anything. So like for the past couple of weeks, I haven't posted a real talk. I just haven't been in the mood to post a real talk. And it has a lot to do with a lot of different things. Plus also, I really needed time for myself, like who really is April and what does April really want. And so like I said a few weeks ago, I just was having like a really bad week. And though I still showed up to shine, you know what I'm saying? Meaning I still was doing my videos, I still was doing what needed to be done, and I showed up. I tried to chuck all of that I was feeling negative under the rug. I try to sweep it under the rug and just continue to go on. But after a while, that shit really catches up to you. So like a couple of weeks ago, I was getting ready to do like a video. I think it was 3 wig videos I was about to do, right? And now I will do like 3 or 4 wig videos in a day, and I'll just have them. I'll just I'll batch record. You know what I'm saying? Like there might be a day or two out the week that I'll do like 6 videos, 3 and 3. But this particular day, now mind you, it took me like an hour to do my eyebrows. And then it took like another 2 hours to do my lashes because The glue wasn't setting right. My brows wasn't going right. I didn't like the lashes. They weren't going on properly. It was just a lot. And I also removed my makeup like twice, I think, off of my face. Not like the brows or anything, but just like the foundation part. And I did this because I didn't like how it looked. I felt like it was just too much makeup. I felt like it made me look old, and it made me feel like, oh my God, April, you're just old and fat and you're ugly. And this is what I started feeling about myself on this particular day. I tried to get ready to do videos at like 10 o'clock, and I wasn't finished doing my makeup and all of that shit until 1:43. And I know y'all like, bitch, how the hell do you remember the time? Because I remember the time because it took me too long to be sitting here doing makeup and shit. And by then I was really frustrated. So when I sat down in the other part of my room to start recording, I had set everything up. I had put my lights where they needed to be. I had, turned on my phone to start recording. And I started looking at myself in the mirror prior to recording. And I just started feeling really bad about myself. And I just really tried to like overcome it and just like look past it. But it just kept like really, I just started annoying my own self. And y'all are probably like, how the fuck do you start annoying yourself? Well, listen, I don't know. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't like high or anything like that. I just sometimes get tired of hearing my own voice. I get tired of looking at my own face. And I feel like as a person, we seem to tend to be a little extra hard on ourselves. And so because I kept trying to do my makeup over and doing all of this shit to make myself feel better, I also was making myself feel worse at the same time. So as I sat down and was about to press record on my phone, you know what I'm saying? I started looking at myself more in the mirror, and I just started feeling like, oh my God, you're old. You're getting old looking. Oh my God, you're fat. Oh my God, you got so ugly, April. Oh my God. These were the things that I kept saying about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I just say is we be super hard on ourselves when it comes to like just critiquing ourselves. I think we are our worst critics. And I believe that saying because no matter how hard I try to not be that person to myself, it just always ends up being that person to myself. So as I sat in front of the camera, I was looking on my monitor and watching myself, and I just was started feeling really like, I guess you want to say, negative towards myself. I then started to try to critique my makeup. I didn't like how my makeup was looking, like my eyeshadow. I didn't like how that started looking. I tried to fix that and it just wasn't going my way. And I just was sitting there and I just ripped off the strip lashes and I just sat there and just started to cry. I was so over everything. I didn't even do the videos. I just had to walk away from doing the videos. I had to just walk away. I was so over myself that I just started crying. Like literally, I sat in the mirror and talked down on myself for like an hour, I think, about how I let myself go and how I look and like just really negative thoughts. And I think, like, you know what I'm saying? The devil really could get at a person. Like, let's just be so for real. The devil, he really be in high demand for himself. Like, it seems like it is definitely his duty of making a person feel really bad and low about themselves. And I had to walk away. I really was so overdoing YouTube. And it's not that I felt like that just that day. It's like I've been feeling like that for like a few months now. I feel like all my hard work that I put into doing these videos is just not really being recognized. And I really need to realize, like, you know what? It's okay to give up sometimes. It's okay to give up. And where I'm coming from with that is, like I said, it took me all those hours to do my makeup on that particular day. And the reason why I kept going before I finally decided not to do it was because I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to feel like, oh, you did all of this for nothing. I'm just the type of person, I don't like to like throw the towel in like just that quick. Like that's not me. I really don't want to throw the towel in. I want to come through. I want to be a winner. I want everything to be perfect. But I need to realize sometimes, like, girl, it's all right. Just let it go. Sometimes you just got to let shit go. And over the past few months, I just was feeling like maybe I need to just stop doing YouTube. Maybe I need to go find a job outside of my house because sometimes I do get really tired of being in the house. But then I like being in the house. It's very confusing. It's so confusing, girl. I don't even know. It's like I'm trying to wind my butt and scratch my watch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what my problem is, but it's like, you know what? It's not even like I'm tired of performing because this is not a performance. This is just me being me and doing something that I enjoy doing. But then it's like I have my days when it's like I'm so over this. This wig pissed me off. I spent all this time doing this for nothing, and this wig was shitty. Or oh, it's this, it's that. It be like some shit. So on that particular day, like I said, I ripped the lashes off and I just sat there in my chair and just poured my heart out to my own self in the mirror. But then it wasn't even just that. I decided I wasn't going to record no videos for over 2 weeks, and I haven't. The videos that y'all see are, from me recording all the time. Like not all the time, but enough. But it wasn't even just that. I just had a lot of reflecting to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I realized that it's been 6 years since my son has been gone, and I just felt like alone. I feel like alone at times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not even alone, like, oh, ain't nobody here, because there's always someone here in my house, but like alone, like I don't really like to burden my family members with what I feel. And I don't want to talk about anything that's going to make another person just as sad as me. So, you know what I'm saying? I just keep a lot to myself. And I realized like, yo, it's been 6 years that my son has been gone, and I've been living here for 12 years now, and he didn't even get to enjoy all of this time here. And I started feeling guilty and I started feeling bad. And then I had to realize, like, yo, it's not your fault that he's not here. But then I start feeling like, yo, it really is my fault. Like, what if? What the fuck if? You know what I'm saying? I would have told him no, he can't go hang out with his friends that night. But like, how could I tell him that? He was 21 years old. And there was no reason for me not to say that. I don't know. I just really felt like I've just been going through a lot lately, and it isn't even just my son. It just feels like my entire family dynamics is not what I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? In life, like I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody is the best person in the world. Everybody got a flaw, and that's okay because we all human, right? But I just feel like, yo, what do I gotta do? I really have like this imaginary sign on my back that just screams, yeah, fuck with her, make her life miserable? Because that's how I be feeling at times. I really be feeling like I got some type of invisible sign on my back and across my forehead that says, yeah, fuck with her, make her life miserable, bother her. She's the one that you could, like, you know what I'm saying, use or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Hold on, guys. You gotta really concentrate. Well, I don't know about you, but I know me, I really be having to concentrate when I do my lashes, because seriously, it be like a work in progress, girl. For real. If I don't like how they came out, look, what did I just tell y'all? Hold on. So, like I was saying, to put my lashes first because I told y'all you got to concentrate. So, like I was saying, I swear I be feeling like I be smoking these wrong, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so like I was saying, I just started feeling like for the longest, I just be feeling like, oh, I must got like some type of, magnetic energy to negative shit. Like that's just how I've been feeling because my entire life I have never won anything. Every time I'm excited about going somewhere, and it's planned in advance, I always get sick the day before or the sick the day of and can't attend. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, when I put my all into something, it just doesn't pan out for me. But you see other people that it works out for. It just be like a lot. Or I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Why is the devil just always coming at me? And I know some people might not believe in God, some people might not believe in the devil, but I promise you that there is one of each. Like it's just gotta be, you know what I'm saying? I know that there's a God for sure because he's always looking out for me. And it seems like when I'm at my lowest and I'm worrying about finances, he always makes an opportunity for me. And that's just like another reason why I just think like I'm really over YouTube. But like I was saying, like I just be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, I got like some magnetic field. All the negative shit I always have to go through. And so I had like a really, really like bad past couple of weeks and I started really like coming down on myself like hard. And I understand like everybody goes through something in life. Like everybody goes through something. There's not one person that can tell me that they never went through anything. You could be born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you still gonna go through some shit in life. And I just felt like sometimes I just be feeling like I go just through too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like all the shit that I go through is just too much. And I just really started coming hard on myself, talking about my weight, talking about like I'm 51 years old and I look like this or I look like that or I don't have this and I don't have that. But everything that I do have, I'm blessed and I'm happy for. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for looking out for me all this time. But I just you ever just feel like you just need a break from everything and maybe even life and not so much as like to unalive yourself because that's not the type of break that I'm talking about. But I'm just talking about from a lot of shit. I really feel like a part of me just has really let myself go. You know what I'm saying? After my son passed away and then my relationship failed, that really just took a toll on me. Like those were like two really, really important events in my life. And like it kind of made me feel like less of a person. And at that moment, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like over men in general. I was kind of over men because I was with somebody that I really, really cared for. So why be into other men? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like, yo, you left me at my lowest and then you started treating me like I wasn't shit. And I just feel like I do so much for so many people. And not only, it isn't even about what I do for people, but I just feel like I do a lot for people. Um, and the things that I do for people, it's only because I want to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like I do so much for people only because that's just me as a person. And it just feels like the same people that I've given my all and bent over backwards several times, knowing my spine is going to be fucked up now for life for bending so far over. These same people that I have given my all to and went above and beyond for just treated me like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, really like shit. And I hate to feel that way about a person. And that's when I started like getting really like besides myself. Like when I say that, I mean like I really started like coming down on myself. Like it's just like, why do the people that you care for the most and be there for the most always be the ones that'll fuck it up for you and make your life feel like shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they feel it's okay to treat you like shit, but then still want to be in your graces after they've treated you like shit, or just be a part of you and your life after they've treated you like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a very forgiving person. I don't know why, but I just am a very forgiving person because I understand that nobody's perfect. And sometimes you say shit because you hurt or you just had a bad day. And I try to overlook a lot of shit. But I haven't been lately. I haven't overlooked a lot of things. And I'm just so tired of people hurting my feelings and not being there for me when I need them to be there for me. And just feeling like it's okay to treat me the way you treat me and not apologize. These three people are a huge part of my life. And it makes me sad that I have to walk away from them. And like that was another thing that was bothering me a couple of weeks ago. When I sat in that mirror and just looked at myself and cried to myself and just spewed all the negative things to myself, I don't know if I felt like relieved or what, but it just made me realize a lot of things in my life are not going to be what I want them to be. You just ain't in control, and you're never going to be in control of that. And so the only thing you can do is either accept it and walk away, or accept it and just deal with the person. And I felt like, you know what? I've dealt with these three people for a very, very long time. And I'm 51 years old. I feel like I let myself go a lot because of my son's passing and because of my past relationship. And it's not that I don't care about myself, but I just didn't care anymore. I didn't care if I gained weight. I didn't really care anymore until I started caring. And then when I started caring, I realized, like, yo, is it really too late? That was one thing that was bothering me a couple of weeks ago, that I let myself go. And I felt like, I'm trying my best to get in control of my weight and stuff and exercise. So I've been trying my best. And when, as long as you keep trying, that means you never gave up. But there's another part of me that just feels like I just gave up. And that's the part of me always being able to forgive a person. Like, I don't really feel that way anymore. Like, I feel like if you've done so many things to me in life and I've allowed you to apologize or not apologize, and then I've allowed you back in my life 100% full term, but you continuously do those things to me, I feel like maybe there is a time where, yeah, April, it's time for you to step back. Let me explain this to you guys so y'all really, really know. And it's not like I'm bashing anybody. It's definitely not that I'm bashing anybody, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel less of a person, but this is how it made me feel. And this is what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So that same day, oh, I love when I get to clean my ears. That same day, as I stated, that I felt like, like shit. And I just sat there and I kept talking to myself and talking to myself in the mirror. And I was like, okay, April, you got to lose some weight. That wasn't the way I was saying it to myself, but I don't really want to go through that negative shit with you guys, but you understand what I'm saying. So I said to myself, you know, I started thinking about my mom, okay? And now y'all know that me and my mom, we had stopped speaking to one another for over an entire year. This isn't the first time that I've had to go through this with her, but you know what I'm saying? I stopped speaking with her for over a year because, for one, like I said, she just was really disrespectful to me on the phone when I was explaining to her about my son being arrested in Mexico. And you know what I'm saying? I only went to her to talk to her. I only called her to speak to her because my heart was feeling heavy that my son was arrested. And I knew I really couldn't speak to my daughter Tati about it because my son is always disrespectful to Tati. So of course she wouldn't, care really like that, but I'm pretty sure she still would have listened. So when I told my mother about it, she started like being really nasty and rude to me on the phone. You know what I'm saying? She just was being really nasty to me for no reason. And I kept asking her why she was speaking to me in that term. And you know what I'm saying? I just kept asking her, why was she speaking to me like that? And she just basically kept going. And I basically said, well, you know what? You can have a great damn day. And then I hung the phone up. So when I hung up the phone, that's when I went back. That's when I went downstairs to talk to Tati and let Tati know what just had occurred, you know what I'm saying, with my mom. So my mom is now calling back my cell phone as I'm explaining to Tati what happened. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't answer the phone at all. Tati was just trying to console me. My mother called back again, okay? And I didn't answer. Tati then called my mother's phone, okay? Tati called my mom's phone, and Tati was in no way disrespectful to my mother because I was standing right there. And that's just not Tati. Tati's not that type of person at all. You know what I'm saying? She's just, I be telling her she got to stand on business sometimes because she's just so nice. So she was talking to my mom, and my mom was on speaker so I could hear everything that she was saying. And my mom was trying to, like, bypass my daughter trying to talk to her. Tati was basically trying to tell her, like, Grandma, my mom was trying to speak to you about it because of the situation between me and Jerron. And my daughter tried to explain to her, but she just overlooked that shit. She feels like Jerron is, it seems like her only grandchild, whatever. That's how she reacted. So, Tati then began to, explain to my mother how she's seen me on many different occasions crying due to the things that my mother has said to me or has done to me over the past. And she's also witnessed how my mother has spoken to me in person. So she was basically telling my mother, like, it isn't right what she's doing to me, et cetera, et cetera. My mom then decided to apologize to me, and she apologized. Okay. Now, 3 weeks exactly went by. And when those 3 weeks went by, my mother then decided, we had spoke to each other quite a few times within that 3 weeks. 3 weeks went by, and she decided to text me this long paragraph, my mom. And it was 2 days before Christmas. I'll never forget because I still have that text message. Basically saying how me and Tati was scamming her and trolling her. And we were holding up cue cards. I was holding up cue cards and telling Tati what to say. Like, how was I even possible? How is that even possible for me to tell you what to say when I'm standing there? Like, when do I have time to make cue cards? It was just like this long, drawn out message. And so when I tried to call her back and explain to her, she kept hanging the phone up on me. So at the end of me trying to call her back the third or the fourth time, and she finally answered my mom after I read that text message, I said, but this is what I said: fuck you and my sister, because I don't even got to speak to you no more. And that's when I hung up. Yeah, I said fuck you to her because she was talking shit to me in a text message and over the phone and acting like it was nothing to her. So I did say that, and I hung up. We didn't speak to one another for over a year, for almost a whole year. And I was fine with that because I've gone through this enough with my mom, and you always picking and choosing. You always choose my son over anything. So, and then you think that what he does is not right, is not wrong. Nothing he does is wrong. And he's a 33-year-old man, but this is how she feel about him. But you pay no attention to my other kids. And I've said this to you guys in plenty of videos before about her. So anyway, we stopped speaking to each other, and it bothered me. But then I had to realize, like, yo, you 50 something years old, April. Don't nobody got to keep disrespecting you, and you got to keep allowing that shit. And it's like, you know what? Enough is enough. My mom texted me on Christmas Day, this past Christmas of 2024. And she said, Merry Christmas to me. And it took me a couple of hours to respond because I was in shock. And then when I did respond, she sent me pictures of her dogs and stuff like that, asked me how the family was, etc. We had continuously text each other. When her birthday came, I texted her and let her know happy birthday, etc. On Mother's Day, I texted her. She texted me back, but called me. So we're speaking verbally over the phone. I know y'all are probably like, well, why weren't y'all been speaking verbally over the phone? Because, and part of me was kind of still in shock that she had, texted me and reached out to me. I never said in any of those text messages did she apologize. She never apologized when she reached back out to me. She never apologized for accusing me of holding up cue cards and getting mad with me that my son is a grown man and he went to Mexico and got himself arrested. She never apologized for anything, but I just let it go. When we finally started to speak verbally, I did try to mention it to her. And I did, it's not that I tried to, I did mention it to her. I did mention to my mom how she made me feel. And she said, well, let's just forget about April. That was a year ago. Let's just forget about it. And I said, I want to forget about it, but let's not overlook it. Let's take accountability for what we're doing. Make a long story short, it's basically I had to force her to apologize to me. And once it felt like a force, it was a force because she basically didn't want to talk about it no more. She wanted just to forget about it and act like it didn't never happen, is her words. So once I felt like I had to force her to apologize to me is when I started realizing, like, you know what? I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep allowing people to treat me a certain way. And it ain't even that. When I sat there a couple of weeks ago and just was so hard on myself, I felt bad that I haven't spoken to my mother or reached out to her since June 19th on my birthday. She called me on my birthday as I was sitting in the salon with Tati, who was taking me out to get my feet done. Okay, I didn't want my nails done, but she was taking me out to get my feet done. I sat in that salon with Tati, and when my mom called, I started feeling like this discomfort, this 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 heaviness just come over me, and I felt kind of upset. And I spoke to her. I didn't allow what I was feeling to show over the phone conversation, but the phone conversation wasn't as long. She realized I was out with Tati, and she said happy birthday, and we hung up. So we only spoke for a few minutes. She did tell me to tell Tati I said hi. I'm not mad at her, but like Tati, I told Tati what she said, but it's not even the fact that you shouldn't be mad at her. She should be upset with you because of how you feel like I raised my children to do that kind of stuff. Tati's not like that. Tati's not petty like that. She's just not like that. My daughter has respect for people. Um, and I started feeling bad last couple of weeks ago because I hadn't reached out to my mother and I hadn't spoken to her since the day she called me on my birthday. And that's almost 3 months now. And the part that made me cry about it and feel bad about it is because I feel like it doesn't bother me. Like, it's not that I feel bad that I didn't reach out to her. I feel bad that it doesn't bother me that I didn't reach out to her for 3 months. So almost 3 months now. And I say this because I don't want to ever be tired of somebody that I truly love, like my mom. Like, she's my mom. That's the only mother I have. But I don't know. It's like I can't force myself to have this connection anymore. I feel like I lost the connection with her. And it's not even like it's a one-time thing done to me. It just was done enough to me as a kid growing up. She say mean things to me, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just, I always forgave her because that's my mom. That's the only mom that I had. And I never would want to be disrespectful to her. You know what I'm saying? And I felt bad that I just didn't feel bad about not calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to feel that way about my mom. Who wants to feel that way about their mom? You know what I'm saying? But I want to have that relationship with her again, but I just really feel like that was the last straw for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really the last straw for me. And when I felt like I had to force her to apologize, everything like went out the window for me. And when I say that, it's because I had planned on popping up on her and surprising her, you know what I'm saying, with a visit. But then after that shit where I felt like I had to force her to apologize, I didn't want to visit no more. I just was like, nah, I'm not going to visit. I'm going to just stay right here. So it's like, why do I feel that way? You'll never want to feel that way about your mom. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to feel that way about my mother. But then that's probably the reason why I feel that way is I've had enough. You ever feel that way about somebody you truly care? Like, I know this is like a crazy topic, but it's just the things that's been bothering me over the past couple of weeks, really been bothering me. And I guess I just had my moment. I really felt like screaming that day when it took me all those hours to do my makeup. I really felt like screaming. And I was so proud of myself for just saying, fuck this. I don't even want to be bothered with this today because I didn't want to give up. Me taking the lashes off and not doing anything was just me just feeling defeated. Like, I allowed the devil to really get at me today, and that's how I feel. And I don't want to feel that way. But I also don't want to feel like I'm trying so hard for nothing. You know what I'm saying? My son, he gets out of jail this month. He be getting out of jail this month, and I'm happy for him that he gets out of jail and that his sentence ended up being only a little bit over a year because he's in the feds. And also, he's never been arrested before in his life, so getting arrested at the age of 32 was not a smart move. However, he had an amazing public defender. She's amazing. And he had all these programs that he took, and he got able to be released early. But you know what I'm saying? Like I speak to him now, but he's just like he's another one like my mom. They don't feel the need to apologize to you. Like you think that it's okay to tell your mother to suck your you know what. And like he's in jail out here in Arizona, like 3.5, 4 hours away, right? And I've never went to visit him, nor did I plan on visiting him. You know what I'm saying? But when he gets out, he asked me to come to Tucson to meet him at, the Greyhound bus so I could see him before he leaves to go to Georgia. But I was like, nah, I'm not driving 3 hours. I just don't feel like it. Like, I love my son to pieces. I love my family to death. But there's just so much a person can take after a while. And I'm glad, and I hate to say this, but I'm glad that he doesn't live here in Arizona anymore. I'm literally glad because I don't have to deal with any of the bullshit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. Like, I pray for him, and I just hope that when he gets out, he does the right thing because he has a family. And that girl, his wife, his lady, she's been down with him since day one. And so she deserves all the respect in the world for putting up with his bullshit. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But do I feel like I am in a good space? No. I don't really feel like I'm in a good space with him. Like, he wants me to come visit after he gets settled in Georgia. And I said I would, but I only really want to see my grandkids and Sharina. That's it. I don't want to stay in the house with them. I'll go get me a little Airbnb so that way I ain't got to be bothered like that. But I don't want to feel this way towards my own kids, to my own flesh and blood. But I have no choice to because it feels like I just got this sign on me that feels like it says, you could treat me however. And then the third person who has who I've lost all respect for is my ex-husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've wasted so much time on a relationship with him. Time that I'm never ever going to get back in life. You know what I'm saying? I wished nothing but the best for you, dude. And well, it's not even worth talking about. But I just feel like, yo, I wanted so much more for myself and I really really don't feel like I've done what I needed to do. I love YouTube, but I don't want to feel angry with YouTube. I want to do something that makes me happy and I enjoy. And sometimes I really don't feel like I enjoy doing this anymore. But that's the reason why y'all haven't seen any real talks because I just needed a break from everything. Anyway, I'm about to go because I'm gonna do this try on for Shein, but I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Y'all know I don't really go to the Dollar Tree anymore because it's not the Dollar Tree. And on top of that, I don't need all of that bullshit, excuse my French, that they're trying to sell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really need all those knick-knack, patty wax and shit like that they're selling at the Dollar Tree. Like, it's cool, the Dollar Tree, but anyway. So I was there yesterday because I went to see if they had my ices. I love those Minute Maid cherry lime ices that they have at the Dollar Tree. Those are so good. But because the other day when I went, I drove to 3 different Dollar Trees and none of them had any. They had one left at the third one. So of course I got that one. But they had these other ices that are bigger and they're good too. I bought those instead. So now I have two favorite two favorite flavors. But anyway, while I was there, where the fuck did the thing go? While I was at the Dollar Tree, I I went to look around, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really go in the Dollar Tree like that anymore because they really got shit up in there. But I went to the beauty aisle, see what they had. And they had these mascaras. There's 3 different ones. This one is the instant volume. This one is, oh man, I don't even remember. I think it was plump, and I can't remember what the other one was, by this brand called Beauty Intuition. So I said, okay, let me try these out because I thought the packaging was so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna just go back to my Maybelline because I love my Maybelline. Is it Maybelline? Yeah, it's my Maybelline. I love this. But anyway, so I seen these too. These are so freaking cute. So these are face washes, jelly face wash. and it was $1.25. You can use this for probably a minute because it's just squeeze a small amount into your hands and lather and massage. So I had actually ran out of my favorite facial wash, which was the Neutrogena, and it's like $16. So I seen this and I said, wow, there's two of them left. Let me get this. So I tried it out, and it does make your skin feel really nice, glowy, smells good too. So I got two of those. And then I seen this. This is the very last one that was left. It's the Glitzy Lemon Face Scrub. So this brightens and plumps your skin. I haven't used this yet, but I'm a sucker for packaging. Like, I love a good packaging. Like, you cannot tell me this is cute for $1.25. And it's got the, you know what I'm saying, the little nozzle on it. I also saw these face masks, which I thought was, cool. I like the colors. It's the packaging. And then I saw some of this here by Bio Miracle, Dragon Fruit and Mango Gel. What is this? Cleansing and moisturizing. You know what I'm saying? Not least, they have new lashes by that brand there, but I'm not like a huge fan of those lashes. I don't like the strip. So I seen my favorites, which are the LA Colors Divas. I like these because these are clear bands and they just look so natural. Should have put those on today. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know about the mascara. It just went on very wet. It's not dry like how my Maybelline is. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this try on for Shein, and then I'm gonna just try to relax for the rest of the day. Tomorrow I got some wig videos that I gotta do, which is two, and that's it. But I just wanted to come through and tell you guys what's up, and I'll probably bring back real talk soon, but a part of me is like kind of over it because the views are really down, and it's like I'm not about to sit here and waste my time recording and editing. You know what I mean? Like, editing takes a minute because I have to listen to the whole video. So I don't know. We'll see. But you know what, guys? I love y'all. I hope y'all all have like an amazing day. Stay blessed and just just always try to stay positive. That's like the main thing, I think. You know what I'm saying? Just always try to stay positive and do what makes you happy. Like, I just feel like I've been trying to do stuff to make other people happy. I really need to do stuff that makes April happy. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.